What's going on, guys? This is Empty Box, and this is Assetto Corsa, where we're going to be driving the Lotus Exige 240 against a field of various other Lotuses, or Lotii, here at Mugello in a 8-lap quick race. Those other Lotuses, or Lotii, whichever you prefer, include the Evora GTE that has, I think, like 440 horsepower and goes a lot faster in a straight line, but weighs a lot more. Stage 3 240s, which are the ones painted like race cars, those have an extra 30 horsepower compared to me. And then somewhere, if we ever get to the front of the pack, far enough where you can barely see them right up there, the Exige convertible has 340 horsepower and a little bit more weight, but less weight than the Evora. Is kind of as a middle ground. We'll see if we can catch up to those and have some fun with them. But yeah, that's going to be a theme here early on in the video, an Evora pulling away down the straightaway. If we get things just right, we can get some exit speed and minimize our time loss. You can definitely foresee this combination being a lot of fun online. As these cars here kind of do generate similar lap time, even though they are radically different. Well, I shouldn't say radically, because that makes it sound like the Evora just does not turn at all, but yeah, it definitely handles. But it also weighs a lot more, and you can't make faster lighter. Lighter is always going to have an element of fastness to it. Just trying to go for some profound Colin Chapman quotes or something like that, but yeah, I just totally failed and pulled the eject button right there. Oh, he's running way wide. He's going to rejoin like a crazy madman. 50 Cent says he passes us on the straightaway. I need more power! Slipstream for all it's worth. Come back here. No! You had me? You never had your car, buddy. As we just go ahead and pass everybody going into turn 1. The AI definitely still needs working on, but they are at least capable of keeping the car on the track now and, you know, not swerve all over the place and spaz out and everything like that. The defensive behavior that they tended to take a couple of updates ago has been sort of ironed out, and they do sort of, in general, you know, work like that rather than where they used to just kind of take a very defensive line every single corner just for no reason at all. So, has been in some improvements. And in case you guys are wondering, this is on the 0.8.7 updates build. 0.8.5 was the bi-weekly Friday update that they did, and then they've done a couple of small little incremental updates as things have gone along to improve the AI a little bit. I'd say this might just be one of the best combinations that I've driven here in terms of car, track, and AI choice. It all seems to work very nicely. Of course, the AI is still, you know, what it is, but it is early access, and that's why it is 0.8.7 and not 1.0, right? And of course, because the AI is on the slow side, in my opinion, I mean, I've maxed out at 100% difficulty, it doesn't go any higher. You know, having a car that does have 30 horsepower less versus a car that's in the same spec, you know, as well as cars that are, you know, similar speed but different, you know, it does give you a nice little challenge. So I definitely highly recommend you try this one out. It is amazing how much of a difference that 30 horsepower makes, because I was driving the Stage 3 version, which is the same except for a power increase. My best lap time around here was a 2:11, something like that. Whereas so far it looks like I'm only down to 2:14s with the base version, but then again I haven't had a clean lap yet, really, so we'll see how that plays out. But in a car like this, where you only have 240 horsepower to begin with, an extra 30 is a fairly significant increase. It's like if you had 580 horsepower already, going to 620, 616, you guys might understand the car I'm hinting at. It's like you already had enough. You're just kind of being a little bit greedy. I mean, it's not like the car was slow to begin with. Hey, you gotta beat Ferrari, right? Obviously here with such a small, lightweight car, bit of a different game. Now everybody pulls away from me. Might as well have a parachute on the back of my car. Anyways, another thing I would suggest you try is Sweet Effects. Yeah, there's a big difference, and it makes the game look a lot better. In many first-person shooters, which I used to play a little bit more frequently than I do now, I would typically use Sweet Effects, but I just haven't gotten around to trying it here in Assetto Corsa, and then I tried it, and I'm like, requires some tweaking. A couple of hours later, I arrived at something that I find quite nice and really, really makes this game come to life visually. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a game that has benefited from Sweet Effects as much as Assetto Corsa here. And if you're wondering, you can find all the information you need on the forum. Same thing with the info display I'm using in the bottom right hand corner, the OV1 info display, which is a highly recommended little app, I guess they call it. It's definitely one of the better ones out there, that is for sure. Everything you need and nothing you don't. I've caught up to one of the newer Exiges. And he's left the door open for me. Although I expect this guy ahead of me to just kind of rocket away once we get to the straightaway. Can get close enough, we can slipstream him. Although he's still going to pull away, I'll guarantee you that. So we'll flash the headlights in anger, because that will definitely rattle his cage. We get up here into the twistier sections, We should definitely claw that ground back. I keep throwing away time there because I'm too aggressive. Gotta slow down to go faster. Got a pretty good lap going on here. Until I did that, kind of a little bit cheap. And that was a mess. And do that thing where he brakes really aggressively there. Yeah, it's still definitely AI, that is for sure. So let's see if we can track down the next pair. Don't have that many laps left. Looks like we'll have about 3 laps, so it's definitely a bit of a gap, especially with this guy in the Exige just being a total douchebag like that. Being like, ha ha ha, I'm faster. Ha ha, no you're not. So in fact I was really slow through there because of it. But I'm gonna make up ground. I cannot be behind that guy because he's not faster than me. He's just faster in a straight line. As he is, after all, using an extra 100 horsepower. Cheater. Some sort of cheat code or something. Just a very nicely balanced car. Very nice to drive. Sounds could be much, much, much better though. I'm not gonna lie, that supercharger is very annoying. Well, here comes the guy in the Exige again. But can we beat him to the line? That is an important question. Yes, okay. We can get top 5 out of this. Even being down 100 horsepower. Just gotta make sure we keep passing him in turn 1. Only 2 laps left. I think we can do this. Was very poor through there. But, well, his indecision's going to get the best of him, and he's not going to pass us, so. It is so strange how slow this feels. I don't use motion blur because I've never really been a fan of those types of you know, effects that really don't replicate anything, such as lens flare being another one. Yes, they might look prettier, but they don't really look prettier to me because they don't look natural. But yeah, you can definitely do that if you'd like. That is an option if you feel it is lackluster. But what I was really getting at is just compared to, you know, how fast a race car can go through there. Like one of the GT3 cars, 70 miles an hour. It's like, oh, you're not even, are you even trying? You're only going 70 miles an hour. One of these things, though, it's definitely a little bit different. On the last lap. So let's make it a good one. Well, then again, the last time I said that in a Assetto Corsa video, I managed to wreck. So let's hope we don't have that happen. Let's hope I don't run out of fuel because it's very expensive. So I was being a cheapskate and decided to put it in as little as possible. As in, by that, I mean I didn't check at all, which probably would have been a very smart thing to do in hindsight, but we should be good to go. Yeah, we definitely got a quick lap going here. I screwed it up there and right there. We're still gaining time. Go here, keep it flat out if you can. It's a good line you can with ease. But if you get it wrong, you ain't gonna be able to make it. Last corner here. And yeah, that's definitely going to be a new best in this car, as well as a 5th place. So let's go ahead and throw it into the wall, because that's what you do. And I just got T-boned. See, it went to fade to black at just the right time because you can't show off those kind of gruesome images. So yeah, we finished 27 seconds behind a couple of those heavyweight Exiges pushing out 340 horsepower or whatever it is. So did fairly well. Did fairly well. We only got beat by one other 240, and that was a stage 3. So. And plus we started at the back of the pack, so I'll take that. Fun race, very fun combination. Definitely well worth trying out. Definitely well worth trying out Sweet Effects. Here's a little tip: make sure you press page up and page down to adjust the brightness. And there's a couple of settings you can do to tame the bloom, but I've been a little bit lazy in getting around to doing that. So hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.